Ag Bioscience, the #1 ag tech podcast globally, is now available on video. Hear from leaders and innovators across food, animal health, plant science, ag tech, and agriculture. Mondays at 6 a.m. on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. While you're there, subscribe and leave us a review. It's the Ag Bioscience Podcast with Agronovis Indiana. Get more information at agronovisindiana.com.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Tuesday, August 25th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. This weekend's Live Golf event at the club at Chatham Hills provided the city of Westfield with an opportunity to showcase continued development, including an emerging downtown district. Mayor Scott Willis says more than $500 million in projects are helping to create a destination that can also serve as a talent attractor.
What we're really missing is that younger workforce, that younger demographic, and having a downtown, having a walkable community is what that generation's looking for. And once we build this out, you're going to see Westville become a more balanced place, which will be more attractive to businesses.
A new blood test developed through a collaboration between Roche Diagnostics and Lilly and Company has received clearance from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The plasma biomarker test is designed to help physicians identify a key feature of Alzheimer's disease in people ages 55 and older. That according to a statement from Roche Diagnostics. Officials in Michigantown will break ground today on a $5.3 million infrastructure project to improve the wastewater collection and treatment system in the Clinton County town. The project will include the rehabilitation of sanitary sewer lines and manholes, improvements to the wastewater treatment plant and life stations, and dredging of the treatment plant's primary lagoon. The town says the project will help extend the useful life of existing infrastructure while improving system reliability and operating performance. Michigantown is located about 45 miles northwest of Indianapolis. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
Hoosier seeking professional licenses are waiting half as long on average for state approvals as they did at the start of 2025.
The average processing time across all license types fell from about 11.8 days in January 2025 to 5.9 days in July 2026, according to figures released Monday by Governor Mike Braun's office. However, the state did not include the number of applications covered by the comparison in its announcement. The administration reported shorter processing times across professional, technical, healthcare, and public safety occupations. Among the largest changes, the average wait for an auctioneer license fell from 16 days to less than 1 day, while the wait for a certified public accountant license dropped from more than 15 days to slightly more than 3 days. Processing also accelerated for nursing licenses, though the gains were smaller in some categories. Alex Braun, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has agreed to drop its civil insider trading case against Stephen Buyer more than 2 months after President Donald Trump pardoned the former Indiana Congressman. Buyer, who served in the U.S. House from 1993 to 2011, was pardoned by the president in June after being sentenced in 2023 to nearly 2 years in prison regarding trades made while working as a consultant and lobbyist. Marian University has received a $5 million gift to establish a fund to further support the education of women in prison. The university said Monday the anonymous gift will establish the St. Margaret of Cortona Fund for Dignity and New Beginnings. The fund will help support the university's program at the Indiana Women's Prison, which offers a college education and re-entry support. The program launched in 2019 by a group of faculty serving 16 students at the Indiana Women's Prison. In 2024, the program expanded to the Rockville Correctional Facility. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.